Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So today we have a little bit of some awesome news. We have two things that we want to mainly cover, and there were some hotfixes that actually dropped on Christmas Eve that I kind of missed with all the Phase 7 news, as well as it was Christmas Eve and I had a lot of family over, so I was spending time with them. So I missed these small little hotfixes, as well as moments ago we just got some new Phase 7 data mining for Karazhan Crypts, and it is pretty exciting what we are seeing there. Just sort of remodeled textures, as well as some pretty cool bosses and hints of what might be coming with it, and whether or not it is going to be a 5-man dungeon or maybe a 10-man raid. Time will definitely tell, but we could definitely speculate on it. But before we get into the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Everything you guys do helps my channel grow, helps me get discovered, and helps me help as many people as possible, which is the entire point of my channel. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I'm going to switch it over here to the news, and we're going to dive right into it. So this news is actually a little weird because it's not a blue post. It's just sort of changes that were done, and I guess Wowhead found them. But it wasn't really a specific blue post type thing, so it's a little weird here. But Druids, their engrave a Loon's Fire rune, it got changed to Shred extends rip by 2 seconds, so I think that green thing is the only thing that changed, and each effect can only extend up to its initial duration, so it won't last forever. You will have to refresh it at some point. Then we have Engraved Helm Mental Dexterity for Shamans. Dealing damage with Storm Strike increases your attack power by 150% of your intellect. So that is a 50% increase of your intellect, which is kind of nuts. And your spell damage by 35% of your total attack power for 30 seconds. So that's a big enhanced Shaman buff right there. I can't wait to see him actually be a good melee DPS around the meters, as well as I don't think it'll affect PvP too much, but we'll definitely see, because I know you Alliance players absolutely are appalled by any time they buff Shamans in any regard. Then we have Warriors, so some big changes to Warrior runes. Blood Frenzy Rin can now be used in Berserker Stance. Rin's damage is increased by 100%, and Rin's deals additional damage equal to, instead of 3%, it's now 4% of your attack power each time it deals damage. Then Raging Blow now deals 115% weapon damage instead of 100%. I'm not going to read what the runes do. You guys know what the runes do by now. Engraved Gloves, Quick Strike. It will increase strike with your two-hand weapon, increasing your attack power by 30/100 to 40/100 physical damage. So just up from 25 to 30 and up from 35 to 40. Single-Minded Fury rune, while dual-wielding, your movement speed is increased by 10%, and you gain a 3% attack speed instead of 2% with your auto strikes on the same target as your previous auto, stacking up to 5 times. So you're autoing the same thing. That's actually pretty big because it stacks up to 5 times, so that is a 5% increase instead of just a 1% right there. That can be a little misleading, but definitely cool to understand. Then Quick Strike, okay, so those already changed. So that's just the spell. So that was the rune changes. Those are actual spell changes. Hunter right here, their 4-shot bonus when used against a non-player controlled target. So they just wanted to change that. So people were, I guess, abusing it somehow. Shocker, these Hunter players, man. Every rune change, I swear, is like a feigned death swap or something like that they always change. So I guess people were pre-charging this with their 4-piece on non-player control, like an MC or something, and then going in with increased damage or something weird. Then the AQ 2-piece for Warlock damage, and it causes to have 26 additional charges, does not stack with Shadow Flame's additional charge. So Chaos Bolt will now trigger your Imp Shadow Bolt talents and causes it to have 26 additional charges, which is really OP. I'm not entirely sure exactly what that does, but really nice to see Warlocks getting some love as well. Warlocks are cranking too, so it's really cool to see that. Then the Warrior set bonus, just a 5% increase, so instead of 10%, they're now doing 15% when a nearby enemy is affected with both your rend and deep wounds. then those are just the same changes we covered, just put in that way as well. Then digestive acid is gone. They just removed it from the NPC abilities, which is nice because I'm not really sure. I think this was an AQ10 mob where this was really terrible, but really good to see all these. I don't know why like the druid and mage spell, like these are all the runes and stuff we covered, but they're put here again. Once again, these are just weird changes that go in that way, but those are the total changes to all the runes for phase 6 right now. Now let's switch it over to the exciting part. So we're going to go over to this new Karazhan Crypts stuff that just dropped here for phase 7 PTR, just sort of models and stuff that have been data mined, as well as stuff to talk about and speculate. So this boss right here obviously looks a little familiar if you've been doing Wrath as of late. Looks like Lord Marelgar just with red, and I believe when they revamped Karazhan and Mop or Legion, whenever they did it, this is the new boss as well that drops like the cinder mount that I think people were killing it there. But putting in Karazhan Crypts is pretty cool, and as you can see, these assets look sort of revamped. Like this looks really good. This doesn't look like a classic picture or asset. You'll see that I'm using this for the thumbnail as well, but it looks a lot better, and you saw me go in there and sort of explore it and look at it. I did highlight these dead bodies as well, but it is just really cool to sort of like this. The assets are like really good looking there, definitely a lot better than what we saw with that. Then all these people were up there and we don't really know what they were there. And then, so the Harbinger of Sin right here is the guy. This is the mob that is called. So seeing it in the classic is very interesting to see that. And then more speculation is the Dark Riders. So with Sod, the Dark Riders were a rune that was put in phase 2 of Sod, so at level 40. And you kind of went around the world and did like a world tour as a raid to fight these big mobs. And so like there was some actually really good lore added there. And the Dark Riders, they have strong ties to Karazhan, and they were once dishonest merchants who tried to sell fake relics to Medivh, the keeper of Karazhan. For their treachery, Medivh cursed them to become Dark Riders, searching for truly powerful relics. That's just kind of the quest text, but they are in there, and now these are different than the ones that we saw in the world, so putting them in as like a fight or like mobs in there could be really cool. Then we have these purple spiders, which is very interesting. I'm pretty sure people in BC, you literally skip the spider corridor because this boss really didn't drop anything, so people would skip them, and we see those added as well. Now Karazhan is really cool. He has the same necromancer one, and then we also see him as a lich, so this could be a thing similar to like the last boss type thing. He kind of looks like Kel'Thuzad with the lich stuff, and he does have 2 set bonuses named after him called Karazhan's Decree and his wand right here, as well as his offhand would be pretty cool. So like a Shadow Priest Warlock would be very unique, and you kind of want the 2 set to do the damage, and it's really cool to see a unique 2 set like that, because having it both increases your creeping darkness by 100. Really awesome to see like a sort of debuff added into the game, like just a new spell for Shadow Priests and Warlocks to get if you get a 2 set. Something kind of that has been lost over time and playing the game with that. So just a few things to speculate. New models, all these things are being put in there and looking really, really awesome. I can't wait to see what Karazhan Crypts becomes. Personally, I think there's a lot of potential and a lot of hype for new content. I see a lot of people saying, oh, I'm leveling a new character, I'm out here playing a ton. We see a lot of people online, as you can see this picture of Warcraft. We've been having 2 to 3 layers out during the day, and it's just been truly awesome, and you love to see that. Definitely a lot of hype coming around Sod, Phase 7, and all the new stuff that is building. So anyway, that's it for this video. I'd love to hear all your thoughts, whether it be about the set bonuses and changes, or just the new stuff coming to Karazhan Crypts. But anyway, guys, that's it. Until next time, I'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Hey, you. Yes, you. Are you still there?
Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.